fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. When you plan for something and expect it to happen as planned, then it is certain that it will never happen. Such was my experience on the night of 31st of December. What a great night I have dreamt of. Casually lying on the bed, eating roasted peanuts, playing with TV remote. For a moment, I felt like a Nawab, where all the superstars are dancing in front of me on my fingertips. I was anxiously waiting for that night throughout the day. But my whole plan was played as I reached my home to find my cross-border chef eagerly waiting for me to return home. Yes, Sir Bahadur, as I reached home, informed me, Shabji, cylinder finished. What a cute puppy-like face my Bahadur was displaying. But I know inside he was rejoicing. His eyes struck my face and was directly looking into my eyes and waiting to listen to the obvious answer. Left with no choice, I did give him what he wanted to hear. But after making him face a googly, Bahadur, you can very well leave for the day. But first, you have to accompany me on the bike to get the cylinder refilled. Within fraction of seconds, I can see many facial expressions changing on Bahadur's face. And I know, yes, I did clean board him. The shop was located in a narrow, dirty lane, almost camouflaged by an ultra-posh society. The appearance of the slum can be directly depicted on a typical Bollywood movie, where all the dons, mafias and bhai thrive and rule their kingdom. It was a shop come home where the shopkeeper used to live also. As I reached there, he was busy refilling. Not cylinder, he was refilling 3 glasses of wine. One for a younger fellow, probably his brother or son. Another for an elderly fellow, might be his father, and one for himself. Both guys were eagerly waiting for their drinks to be ready. Being from a conservative family, it was an unusual scene for me, where all the 3 generations are sitting together and having drinks and enjoying. At last, he did see me, noticed me standing at the counter, and was kind enough to invite me inside his shop, and which we were very happy to accept since it was chilling cold outside. As we entered in his ramshackle house and sat on the bed and started watching his black and TV news on the black and white TV. Then all of a sudden, there was sudden news of Delhi gang rape. The room was completely silent, and reporter declared that all the absconding convicts are now caught. And as usual these days, experts were invited and we started discussing what should be punishment given to these culprits and why this incident had happened. While watching debate, we lost track of time. Then all of a sudden, silence in the room was broken by a drunken Haryanvi voice who asked me a question. Sarji, tell, who is the real culprit in this incident? I casually replied, it are these men who are caught by the police responsible for this incident. He listened to answer and again started refilling his glasses. After some time, he again asked me another question. Sarji, what was that girl doing that late out that night? I said, she went to watch a movie with a male friend. Then all of a sudden, the elderly fellow, who has not spoken a single word up till now, blurted out a question. A girl going out so late, watching movie and with a man? Now I understood where this conversation is heading towards. Even my Bahadur pinched me and asked me to stop and back off. But I didn't back off. I replied, yes, she went to watch a movie and it was not that late at night. It was just 9 p.m. as reported. And And yes, she went with a male guy. I saw a sarcastic smile pass through all. I was more surprised to see the younger fellow blurted out, "Friend!" This whole incident overwhelmed me. I was surprised to see how this unprincipled thinking is being passed from generations. These are the men who are the slaves of calves. These are the men having medieval mindset. Is this the real difference between urban India and rural Bharat? I don't think so. These are the men. These are the men who doesn't care to give respect to women. Can there be any civilized society exist without giving respect to 50% of the population? This incident has shown me another face of our society. This has changed the perspective of my life. This, this has changed the perspective of my life. How? The irony of the situation is that it is not just these illiterates, but few educated, dignified politicians, and even self-proclaimed godsmen having such kind of mentality. The solution to this is not to run away from them, to give them a befitting reply, to stand firm, and to show them what is the true culture and true value of our society. By speaking up only, we can show them that by speaking up only, we can completely wipe off this malice from our society. Speak up. Speak up louder than everyone's to be heard. Because the truth is, everyone has a voice. And there will come a time when you have to shout, you have to fight for what you want. And for me, dear friends, that time is now. Thank you.
Thanks, Suresh, for powerful speech, and I think